Okay, I'm gonna try to make a couple videos today. My video is kind of weird, looking like the quality isn't very good, but I do got a new camera, so hopefully that will work out, but I'm not gonna set it up yet. But I'm gonna try to make 2 videos, and they're gonna be pretty real. So this one I want to talk about high school. When I was in high school, and just stuff. Okay. Well. Let me think. How should I start out? Well, in high school, I didn't. I had friends. I had acquaintances. You know, I only hung out outside of school with just a select few people. Probably like, let's see, altogether, I really hung out with like 4 or 5 people out of school. Like 2 girls I hung out with just them, and then 1 girl I hung out with her by herself, and then there was 2 other people that I hung out with, and it was just, they all weren't really good friends together. They knew each other, they didn't have problems with each other. But sometimes you have to do that. But okay, well, in high school, I wasn't promiscuous in high school. I wasn't. I lost my virginity when I was a senior, and I was 17, so I waited it out, and I, I lost it for the wrong reasons. But a lot of people thought I was very promiscuous in high school. Um, I mean, I was very flirtatious. I was very flirtatious, but I didn't do anything. I didn't do any sexual things or anything, and people automatically thought, I had sex all the time, and uh, just because of how I looked, um, I wore skirts like almost every day. I wore skirts. I would usually wear like a skirt. It came like right above my knee. It wasn't like extremely short. People thought it was extremely short, but it wasn't. It's just how they perceive everything. And I would wear my leather high boots. I had tons of boots because I liked boots, I liked skirts, and that's how I was. And people just automatically thought I was promiscuous because of how I looked, and how, I guess, because I was just flirty, like, hi, just not like, hey, you wanna have sex and stuff like that. It was just like a flirty. Girls flirt. So what is wrong with me flirting? But I had, well, they're not so good friends, but I had friends that, went around saying I was having sex and I was a slut and I was a whore and like that, and that's really shitty. But, that was a long time ago, but some of those people are still the same, so it bothers me. It bothers me so much because there are girls that are still in high school that are going through this, and the same things are happening to them, and they're not doing anything. And this whole thing about Facebook, and well, MySpace isn't that popular anymore, and Twitter and all this stuff, like, it's even worse. It's so worse. Like, every day I had an ex-friend. She wasn't really a friend. She would, throughout the hallway, she would flip me off. She would call me a slut. She would call me a whore, talk about how I dressed, who I hung out with, even though we stopped hanging out, and she was calling me all these names and spreading rumors and trying to get me in trouble with the law and stupid shit like that because of jealousy. And she thought I was trying to steal her boyfriend. And it's just, it's on my mind a lot because this stuff is still happening. It's still happening. People are calling names, and just because of how they dress, just because of they're a little flirty or whatever. Well, you know what? That's them. You need to stay out of their business. Really. Like, are they really hurting you? Are they really doing this? You know, if they steal your boyfriend, who cares? It's a boy. If they go to that person, if they go to the other girl and cheat on you with the other girl, they're not worth your time. And if you can't get over that, then maybe you shouldn't ever have a boyfriend. You shouldn't be in a relationship until your mindset is on something real and true. But, the thing is, it's not fun and games to do that. It's not cool. It's really not cool. My self-esteem plummeted. It plummeted so bad. I was I felt like I wanted to die. I just wanted to like run out in front of a car. But you know what? I was smart. I thought about it. It's stupid to do that. It's stupid to try to kill yourself, to do all that. And I had so many issues. I had so many issues. And I had one person was like, friend or whatever she was back then, was like, oh, I didn't do my homework. I didn't do my homework. I used to ace my stuff in school. I used to do really good. And I just stopped doing everything because my life, nobody knew about my life after school or whatever. I had problems at home. Uh, they weren't extreme, but, they were my problems. And for someone to say, what does she have to worry about after school? Just because I don't have a job? That doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if I have a job or not after school, whatever I have to worry about after school. It's none of your business. If you can't like come to me and be like, is there something wrong? Then you're not a real true friend. If you really knew me, if you knew me, you would come up to me and be like, Christina, what is wrong with you? What is going on? Don't go around and spread rumors about your friend that you're supposed to be friends with. You know, the girl that was spreading rumors around about me, like, the big thing when I was in high school, um, was livejournal. The livejournal was a big thing, and I don't know if I know it's still up, but I don't know if people are actually using it. But I remember she didn't put my name, but she put my initials, and she was saying that I let my dogs shit all over my house and all this stuff, and I liked this kid, I'm not going to say his name, um, that was, he was slow. And what if I did like that kid? I didn't, but what if I did? Who cares? Who cares if I liked someone that was slower? Who cares what is wrong with that person? It's like, why be so judgmental? Like, I definitely hate judgmental, not people, but like how they just judge. They just upon appearances, upon anything. And it's just, this is 2015. We should be growing and not going back. And really, kids need to learn. And it's not funny. It's really not funny to make fun of your friend. It's not funny to do that. And I still have appearance issues. I do love who I am. I do. But I will always have appearance issues. I will always think about how people thought I was so promiscuous in high school and everything. And I wasn't. I didn't do anything. I didn't even hold hands with a boyfriend. yeah, I've kissed and like that, but it just amazes me, like, people thought they knew who I am. People thought I did stuff. People thought I did drugs. I never did drugs. I've never ever did drugs. I've I have, you know, took too many painkillers or took too much of something, and you know, but I don't purposely do shit. I never drank in high. The only time I drank one time, and I was 18, and I went and drank with my friend. And then after that, it was another 2 years. I didn't drink until another 2 years after that. People thought I partied all the time. People thought I did drugs. People thought I had sex all the time and did all this stuff. And it's so aggravating because even my friends that I thought were my friends, even thought I did that stuff. Like, if you really were my friend, you would actually know how I was. The the only people that the only people that really knew me were only a few select people that really knew what went through my life, and they're mostly in my life still, and they knew everything, you know, went on with me and everything. But you know, I'm just making this video because you cannot ever, ever, unless you really know someone, you know, don't judge them, because it's really hurtful. And it, you know, especially you're their friend and you think you know them, but you know what, you really don't know them. And you just need to learn to stay out of people's business. And if they're doing something, you know what, you need to talk to them. You need to really talk to them. The girl that I was talking about that was saying stuff about me, like, the only reason why I found out about her saying stuff is because another friend had seen her at a pool, and she was talking to her about, oh, how I was dressing and all this stuff, and then I'm a slut. And like, how am I a slut if I'm not sleeping with people? Like, really? How am I a slut? Really, how am I a slut? Well, I was talking to a mutual friend of me and hers, and I was like, you know, I didn't call her a slut, but I said she was acting like a slut. Well, she found out and she was pissed off. She was acting like a slut. She was, because she was excited to be sleeping. She slept with 5 people and she was excited. That is acting like a slut, being excited about sleeping with people. I don't get excited about sleeping with people, really. Well, you know, I wasn't going around and talking about her to other people. I didn't do that. It was just a mutual friend between me and her that I talked to about. And it just blew up. And then that's when she was like saying I was trying to steal her boyfriend and all this. And it's like, seriously, shut up. Grow up. You know, we were a senior, and you know, that's when you're supposed to be starting to grow up. I know, you know, when you're in high school, you're still uh you're still not a grown up and all that, but you know, we're going to be graduating. Get over it. It's over a freaking boy, over all this shit. Like, girls, don't fight over a boy. It's not worth it. It's so not worth it over a friendship. And you know what? That's not what ended our friendship. That is not what ended our friendship. What ended our friendship is how terrible the rumors that she was spreading, how terrible that she was trying to get me arrested for buying her cigarettes when I was 18 and she was 17. You know how bullshit that is. This is Why me and her are not friends? Because of her actions, not because of my actions. What did I do? What did I do? Seriously. And she spreads these rumors. And it's still in my head because you know why? Because she won't admit it. She will probably never admit how she was in the wrongdoing. And then she still, after years, still trying, you know, it's just, some people just never grows up. I'm just want people to know, don't, rumors and shit, they will affect people, even in the long run, forever, you know. And I thought she was a really good friend, and she really wasn't. So choose your friends, choose who you hang out with that are best for you. Don't choose people that are just gonna put you under the bus for no reason because they want to be the cool one, they want to be the savior, whatever. You know, it's ridiculous how people can be, how people act. People need to grow up. They need to stop being children. They need to stop doing things over and over again, the same things, and just think there's no consequences to it. But that's all I have. I'm just, you know, people just need to stop. Just stop. Just live your life. Stop trying to get people in trouble. Stop calling people whores and sluts. Even if they're whores and sluts, you know what? They can be whores and sluts. As long as the people that they're sleeping with know that they're whores and sluts, use protection. Alright? That's what I have for you. And I do not promote teenage sex and all that. Yes, I had sex when I was a teenager. I was 17, 18. I do not promote that. Um, that's going to be on my next video. But if you're a teenager, use protection and birth control. Seriously, birth control. You do not need a kid when you're a teenager. It can be fun, but most of it is not fun. So, until my next video that I'm going to do, really, this getting on 17 minutes. Okay,